Shalom all. So this is me just getting out of bed. After a night, after night, after night, and night, and night, and night of barely sleeping. And when I do sleep, my dreams are about war. Who am I hiding from? What's about to happen? Rockets ahead. Are they landing on us? Fighter jets. I'm trying to hide someone from terrorists. I'm in a safe room and I hear them around me. And images of all the hostages. We don't know if they're alive or not. So I pretty much wake up every day. I do need to know what's going on in the world, well, in Israel. And so I have a gazillion WhatsApp groups related to this. And I just cry. I cry. I cry at night, I cry during the day, I cry in the morning. I cry in my sleep. And I don't even have, thank God, I don't have a child or husband or father or relative in the army. And I don't have any family members who have been abducted. So I'm just a regular plain Jane being affected by this mess around us that started when we were attacked. We did not start this. Could we all please try to remember that? If I'm responding like this, I can't even begin to imagine how people with family members, they don't know their whereabouts, or they've been killed in battle, or just for being Jewish. I can't imagine what they're going through. I can't imagine what the hostages who have been returned are going through. Child. Reporting that, was he either 7 or 9 years old? Reported that he was in solitary confinement. What? With no sense of time or space, what day it is. By himself. Really? And then he's told that his parents don't want him. He hasn't seen them in God knows how long, but this is what he's told. 2 things. Wow. He's told that his parents don't want him, but they were told his parents don't want him, and that there's no more state of Israel. So just erase any hope from this poor child's brain that there's anything to live for. I almost have no words. The hostages are speaking up now. I don't even know how they're doing that. I don't know if God forbid that happened to me, I don't know if I would want to live afterward. I just don't know. We hurt so much here and around the world. But here in Israel, for some reason, we're taking it way more personally. Every day that goes by, we usually hear about another hostage who was murdered, someone who they thought was, well, they were abducted, but that's it, they're done. Every day we lose another 1 or 2 or 5 or 6 soldiers. We didn't ask for this. We just want to be peaceful. We hurt for one another. This is a community. As I mentioned in one of my earlier posts, shortly after this war broke out, I still cannot believe that there's a war. Like it's like a real war, like stuff that you'd watch in a movie, but it's actually happening. It's like, wow. And I asked this cab driver, do you personally know anyone who was, at that time, we didn't realize how bad it was. Do you know any of these people personally? And he said, of course I do. I know all of them. And I'm like, you know all of them? Wow. And he said to me, and I did mention this in the post earlier, but it's just something that resonates, and it just really sums up. It just sums everything up as far as a human perspective. He said, oh, you just came here recently, right? I'm like, yeah. Because we had time to talk in the cab ride. He said, well, what you don't understand, and you'll understand it soon enough, is that the entire Israel, north to south, east to west, is like one big neighborhood. I'm like, wow. Right. That makes sense. See, here's the thing. Well, we respect life, and I just cannot believe that people are still saying we are barbaric. The IDF, Israel Defense Force, is barbaric. We don't care about human life. These poor people in Gaza. Oh. Hamas is now using children. I mean, they've been doing it, but well, we try to save our children and adults and everybody else. We already know this. Thank God. At least the world understands, and it has been said. And then those who choose not to believe it are just totally irrelevant, as far as I'm concerned. They're totally meaningless. At least the world understands that the other side puts people in harm's way, specifically intentionally puts people in harm's way. Came out a few days ago that they have a few children spotting to see where IDF troops are. The IDF troops see these children and say, we can't shoot these people. We can't. They're children. We are human beings. We don't do things like that. We don't kill children. At the risk of our own lives, which has happened. So, a little recap. They put the children in the forefront as spotters to report to them when someone from the IDF is present, troop, battalion, whatever, report back to the terrorists, and the peaceful people of Gaza. They in turn attack us. They shoot. They do horrible things, and soldiers die. So it seemed like there were just a few children. But you know what? Now they're reporting that there are hundreds. That they are deploying children to do this because they know how humanitarian we are. They know that this is a tremendous moral issue. And it's not even a dilemma, honestly. They think it's a dilemma. But actually, they realize it's not. Because they know that we're not going to do it. They know that we will just allow these children to inform them of where we are so that we could be killed. But I don't understand the world. They're angry with Israel. All these pro-Palestinian marches. And if you notice, when people have a rally in support of Israel or Jewish population anywhere, it's so peaceful. They sing. It's very kumbaya. It's very rah, 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 but in a calm, beautiful way that brings tears to the eyes, because it's like that just shows the essence of humanity. In contrast, when they have these pro-creature rallies, it is met with violence and death and law enforcement calling for like the strongest backup they can get. You see this. So I don't understand, like, why is the world okay with that? Is everyone just like in a bad mood? Do they all have a really bad night and they just need to let out their aggressions? And well, this is a good reason because so many people are doing it. Why don't I just join in? I don't get that. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just, people accuse us of having fun. You know, I show videos of troops singing or lighting Hanukkah candles and singing and laughing. What the hell do you expect of them? They've just been in freaking Gaza for months. Don't they deserve to breathe a bit? We need this. Do you know that Israel is listed as the 4th happiest place in the world? Did you know that? Because we have to keep our sanity. We need to do it. Culture and recreation are built into the fiber of Israel. We have tons of opportunities to just unwind from whatever is going on around us. I will say that New Year's Eve was almost eerie here. I've been here for New Year's Eve before, and it was rocking and rolling, and because there's so many Americans here, so many Anglos, so many people who, go by the calendar. And it's festive and fun and nice and peaceful. This year, it was like nothing. And even the 1 or 2 bars I did go to, you're just sitting back, relaxing, maybe having beer, maybe having a drink, probably having coffee, or just having nothing and just staring into space. Because we can't relax. I don't think people understand that. We can't do it. We try, we want to, but we hurt for everyone. I just can't believe this is actually going on. It took a while for it to hit me, the magnitude You hear about it, you read about it, you see it, and I don't watch the news. Thank God, since I've moved here, I have two television sets that I brought from the States, very nice ones. I haven't put them up yet. And you know what? I'm totally fine with that. But the fact that there's it doesn't seem like there's an end in sight. Scary stuff. The fact that the civilians on the other side find hostages that try to escape, voluntarily bring those damn hostages back to the terrorists. Peaceful people wouldn't do that. Just saying. They've also housed many of the hostages. Now, this is not hearsay. I'm not making anything up. Last thing I would want to do. I would like to make that up. I wish it wasn't actually true. That would be nice. But it is true. And many of the hostages are coming out now and speaking about their experiences, which horrific in their own rights. And they are saying that the Gazan community housed them. Yeah, sure, we'll take them in and treat them really well. Yeah, we'll take care of these people while you're out bombing the shit out of Israel. It's surreal. I don't think people really understand the magnitude and how this affects people, how many people have lost their jobs. Yeah, I did. I loved what I was doing. Thanks to God, I got a job very easily here. Didn't pay a whole hell of a lot, but I felt like I was part of Israeli society. I'm now part of the working force and, living the dream, picking up at the age of, I'm old, and old age, picking up, changing my life, coming to Israel. And wow, now I have a job. Most amazing feeling. But nope, that changed. October 7th, put an end to that. Right now, I'm jobless. Looking for work. But I don't know, it's like, I feel like I almost can't function because I cry so much. At the beginning, when I was watching my granddaughter, who was so young at the time, now she's 5 months old. So that was just about 3 months ago. We're in our 88th day of this damn effing war that we did not start. I'd go over there and I love her to death, but I'd cry. I was not me. I was different. Son and daughter-in-law were concerned. Go back to the States. Go on like antidepressants, anti-anxiety. I'm like, what? That would put a Band-Aid on things. Why would I want to do that? I'm dealing with a real situation here. I was like, I'm sorry. War didn't come with instructions on how to deal with it. I'll need a little bit of time to kind of even out a bit. I need that time. I am not going on drugs. I don't need any artificial means to put a mask on what's happening. I'll feel whatever I need to feel. And in my own time, I'll figure out how to deal with it in a positive, constructive way. I'm still waiting for that to happen. Go back to the States, Mommy. It'll be good for you to be with your friends in familiar territory, and you need a little bit of a break. I'm like, It would be nice to see everyone, yeah. But it took me how many years to come here and make this change in my life and embrace this new life that I've been looking forward to my entire life? I would never abandon this country now. No, I'll be here and go deal with and go through what everyone else is going through. And you know what? I'm not going through what everyone else is going through because, like I said earlier, I don't have family members whom I'm terrified of their fate. So I'm not going through even a fraction of what others are going through. And I really don't know where I'm going with this, but it's like, how do you cope with something like this? How does one cope? I guess my coping mechanism is Facebook and just letting people know what's going on. And I mean, it's almost like, the extremes, the emotional gamut of what a person could be going through. I can put on music and start dancing to it and just let everything out. And then 10 minutes later, I'm back to being hysterically crying. I don't know where I'm going with this. The situation is just really, really draining for all of us. We're all emotionally and mentally wiped out. And more to come, right? I have to say the Jewish people are a strong bunch. We are resilient. We're strong. Historically, this is what we've been dealing with. Always. We go from one war to another war, from persecution to persecution to persecution. Same syndrome, different name of people. Somehow, we'll get through this also. I've rambled. I know. Sorry. I just don't know how else to deal with this. Thanks for listening. Peace out. Shulamit.